to be a little more silent. That's why I'm inviting you to just eat it with a smile, because the smile doesn't make noise, so that we keep moving on with our program as we have our breakfast. And at this point, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I'd like to welcome the Managing Director and CEO of Kingdom Bank to give his welcome remarks. So if you can click your fingers just to welcome him. I know you may not be able to clap. Click your fingers, clap, do whatever you can, stamp your feet. Let us welcome him very graciously. Thank you very much, Anthony.
God is good and all the time. Wow, wow, wow. That's his nature, isn't it? Eh? Yeah. So karibuni sana, each and every one of us, to Kingdom Bank International Women's Day, and also our chance to talk about Faidi Dada, a product, not really a product, a package, a solution that we can work on together for women, a focus on women. So welcome to Kingdom Bank. The chair lady, Kingdom Bank of Kenya, Mrs. Margaret Karangatha. Our guests and panelists today, Madam Joyce Gituro, our media specialist, the CEO of Super Mamas, Madam Kasina, and all other distinguished guests, including the chair lady of the Association of Women Accountants of Kenya, Madam Isabella Juma, our distinguished colleagues from the Military Wife Association of Kenya, and all other guests who are our customers, whom we love and we cherish so much. Karibuni. Welcome to Kingdom Bank. Now, I keep being asked a question about this word kingdom. What does it mean? What is it all about? And the kingdom, what is a kingdom? A kingdom is a reign. And so the question is, whose kingdom or who is reigning? And for us, the kingdom is the kingdom of God. It is God's reign. It is the time for God. There are times when we allow other things to take over our lives, but for us, we have declared that for us, it is the kingdom of God, and we will allow God to reign in our hearts and in everything that we do. We are here to serve our customers, serve each other as employees, serve our suppliers, serve everybody we meet in the community, because it is God's kingdom. We value God, and God is a God of love. He's a God of giving more than receiving. And so that is what we want to focus on. And today, as we celebrate women, women are great. Because women, you give them ingredients, they give you what? A meal. You give them love, they give you a family. You give them a house, they give you a home. Aren't you great? Mtipigie makofi. Now, I was trying to read the Bible about women, and everybody goes to Proverbs 31, that very perfect woman, But people forget there's also Proverbs 7, I won't say what that woman is all about, And 8 and 9, But we all remember Proverbs 31. And I'm so happy to be in the midst of very many Proverbs 31 women here in the midst of this group here. Because we've seen what you do in your businesses. We've seen what you do in the things, in everything that you do. From the panelists that we'll have today, who have been able to be sort of the voice and the face that you see of women. They do great things. They stand for growth and development. And we want to also stand for growth and development in women. Growth in financial services, growth in financial wellness, so that we are no longer talking about just the element of being financially literate, but we are talking about financial wellness. That somebody knows they can go home at night and there's a meal. They're not worrying about, will there be a meal? Will there be sufficient? They're not worrying about, if I don't work, will there be, a lack in my house? We want women to be well, to be able to think ahead, not thinking today, thinking 30, 40 years down the road, because today is taken care of. And that is the partnership that we are looking for. Mine was just to welcome you and say, Karibuni, Kingdom Bank is your bank. As I introduce to you the chief speaker for today, our chief guest, a lady that I've had the privilege now of working with for about 6 years. That is the chair lady of Kingdom Bank, Mrs. Margaret Karangatha. She's the executive director of the Lead Consortia Limited with more than 25 years experience. She's an executive coach and mentor, a facilitator, an organizational development consultant. She has been consulting in Kenya and many other African countries in disciplines such as healthcare industry, publishing, engineering, real estate, educational institutions, floriculture, among others. Her passion is to grow people for effectiveness, fruitfulness, and satisfaction. That is her sole motivation. That has seen her coaching and training staff at AMREF, African Population, Kenol Kobil, ABBA, Wando Engineers, Afriscan. Now, where she's sitting with the chair of the Association of Women Accountants of Kenya, and I was very happy that they're sitting together because she's an accomplished accountant, having done Bachelor of Commerce Accounting option at the University of Nairobi. She has an MBA in Strategic Management. She's a fully qualified CPA of good standing, I think is what they call it. Yeah. Some people I know don't remember to pay their fees, so they are not of good standing. She's the chair lady of Kingdom Bank, chairman of Navigators Economic Transformation Facility, a director of Cooperative Bank of Kenya, where she chairs the credit committee, which is the most important aspect of any bank. She's a regional treasurer of Scripture Union. She's a consultant, and she's got many other things that I don't even want to get into, including that she's a wife, a mother, a grandmother, may I say. And so it's my great pleasure and privilege to ask her to come up and just her remarks and as our chief guest. Thank you.
Wow. Good morning. Good morning. Habari zenu. I'll not try any other language so that I don't go wrong. Yes, thank you. Thank you very much, MD, for that very warm introduction of this day, a great day, Women's Day, and also those kind of remarks about me. Women, we have ladies and gentlemen in the house, and good to see all of you. Now, when I was sitting there, I didn't know who else is here, but sending my eyes around, it's good to see smiling faces of women and the few gentlemen who have come to support this cause. So a great, great day. Thank you very much, and I look forward to celebrating more with you. So allow me to just also say it's a great day to share the table with really great ladies. Joyce Gituro, really good meeting you. Kashina Christine, yeah, a joy to meet you, bubbling with a joy. Isabella Juma, my colleague in accountancy, good to have you. And Leah, yeah, on the same table, really great to have you on the table, representing a variety of women here. And of course, our very able and energetic MC, Sarah Kajuju. Among us, we also have other customers. You're here because you are a customer of the Kingdom Bank. You're welcome, I recognize you. Our friends, if you have come as a friend of Kingdom Bank, we appreciate that you're here. The staff, who I know have worked very hard to make this event the way it is, I appreciate all of you. And together, we're going to have this day. Allow me to just say it's a great day here, and it is an honor to be here today to engage in an area that is not only pertinent, but imperative in our national and global discourse. That is the empowerment of women through the design of tailored financial solutions. The MD has really spoken in saying that when you empower a woman, you're empowering many people, because we handle very different dockets. And so it is a great joy that today we are looking at how we can package solutions that meet the woman where she is. So as I stand here on the threshold of a new era, it is essential for us to recognize that the empowerment of women is a catalyst for societal progress, for economic growth and sustainable development, and therefore should be the center stage of every establishment that is looking to inspire inclusion, which is the theme of us, Kingdom Bank. I know it is in the media about being the theme of the UN or the campaign, but for us as Kingdom Bank, we've taken it as the theme, to inspire inclusion. And that's why each of you is here, because we represent a certain cadre of women. Now, we know that this theme of inspiring inclusion is also aligned to the declared theme of United Nations, which is invest in women, accelerate progress. I think we can all say that. Invest in women, accelerate progress. Invest in women, accelerate progress. And that is what we want to do, to set money aside to invest in women, because as we invest in women, and I speak as one of them, as MD has said, a business woman and all that, we believe that this is the way to accelerate progress. Now, for many people, this may come as a talk on the Women's Day, and then after that, it is forgotten. But I'm here to say that today, the International Women's Day is not just a day of celebrating the achievement of women, it is a call to action. Again, allow me to refer to our MD. He's saying today we are doing whistle blowing, and after we whistle blow, then the marathon starts. It's a call to action, and that's why we are here to rally together to bring this progress by investing in women. So today I stand here, I wish to focus on why and how designing solutions that are not only inclusive, but tailored to the unique needs and challenges faced by women will revolutionize how women approach money matters, how this can be a catalyst to their personal growth and that of their enterprises. Growth is my second name. So when we talk about personal growth, this is what we're looking at to bring growth to the woman. Now, allow me to talk as one wearing the shoes of a woman and standing in the gap to boost the financial growth. And I'll draw a bit from my experience in different fields. How is this financial inclusion coming? When we look out there, we hear about bridging the gender gap, but maybe there are other gaps that we can explore. Because when we speak of financial inclusion, we often focus on access to banking services and credit. However, it is crucial to acknowledge that the gender gap in financial inclusion is still wide. I don't have the percentages. I think we could go into percentages, but it is still wide. And I know we experience it out there. So the issue is how can we bridge that gap in gender inclusion, and also among ourselves, women. So there's also a gap among the women, how we can close that. To address this disparity, we need to adopt a multifaceted approach that involves not only expanding access to banking services, but also ensuring that these services are designed with a woman's unique circumstances in mind. And talking about women's unique circumstances, I know we can talk about different ways that women engage. We can talk about the business woman. We think about the professional woman. We think about the employed woman. We think about Mama Mboga. I'm glad that Leah is here and she said proudly doing taxi business. We think about the religious woman, and Proverbs 31 has been mentioned. And any other woman that would you think about, the young woman, I think I've mentioned that. So how is it that we can be able to meet the needs of these varying levels of, not levels, but engagements of women, because all of them are different and they are important. So I've had the privilege of wearing some of these hats, and so we'll watch for the solutions that we as Kingdom Bank have designed for these women. I'll come to this shortly, in a short while. This will call for offering tailored financial products, such as micro loans. Okay, am I better? micro loans. That's a twin tongue twister. With flexible repayment schedules, targeted savings programs, and we can underline savings, and innovative digital banking solutions that cater to the specific needs and preferences of women. Moreover, financial literacy and education play a crucial role in empowering women to take control of financial futures. Where are we going after this? We've talked, I have two granddaughters, so I can't help thinking about their future. A woman is thinking future generations. By providing women with knowledge and skill to make informed financial decisions, we can break down the barriers to economic empowerment and foster financial independence. I could say that again. We are here to break down the barriers that hinder the woman from moving forward, from taking care of their own economic development and that of their enterprises and families. Because we believe when we invest in a woman, we accelerate progress. We accelerate progress. There is a well-known African proverb that has been motivating people around the world to strive for education for all. I know you have heard it. If you educate a man, you educate an individual. But if you educate a woman, you educate a nation. Okay. Now, I dare say that this is not limited to formal education, because maybe it started when we were sending girls to school who are left out there. But right now in our generation, I think it is more in financial inclusion, in financial education. You educate a woman, we start teaching the children that Jabon Junior, and I know we have ours here. I know most of you here, I can see you are Jabon Junior. Okay. Yeah, how to save. So we educate a woman and you have the whole family with you. So Kingdom Bank has convened this gathering on the foundation of this premise, urging us to challenge the status quo and take the lead in addressing the barriers and challenges hindering the progress of women that have been identified. Earlier on, somebody asked me, how is it I've managed here? And allow me to go personal a little bit. We said I'll put on my own shoes here. The professional woman, what does a professional woman need? Now, when I led an organization, I was a lady in a group of five men. What percentage is that? 20%, okay? And it's high. In other forums, it's 15 to 17% if you're one among four, or one among six, or 6 among 12, you're among the very few. And when I talk about a professional woman, just to show the diversity of what we are talking about, the professional woman grows on their job, isn't it? Yeah. Actually, if at certain levels, you have no time for business because the job keeps you extremely busy. You have no time to go do, side hustles. So how can you help that woman to be economically stable? It is to help them actually in doing their job. So that's a woman who has been entrusted with a lot of finances for the organization. Okay, I was taking care of African finances. It's a woman who is looking at what staff benefits are there. How can I help my staff to be able to progress a bit more? It's a woman who is thinking, I'm in the office from 8 a.m. to 5. How do I do my banking? Are you seeing the concept now has changed? Because when I think about progress as a professional woman, you want to help that woman to have a track record that the finances which were given to her, they were invested well. Okay? The staff have benefits, they can take loans. And maybe the organization does not allow you to take loans, but you can partner with the bank and say, what can I do for my staff? Okay? You're thinking of a woman who is thinking, I'm still on the professional woman. What about the health of my team? If they are not in good health, they don't come to work. So there is no productivity. And a professional woman will progress if your bottom line is good. Whether you are in an NGO or whatever, we look at the bottom line. So by helping this person take care of healthcare for themselves and for the staff, you're helping them to progress. So as Kingdom Bank, we are looking at these different, hats that the women wear, not just giving money, but in saying, what does that woman need that we can be able to partner with them? Okay. Now look at another one, a business person, and maybe someone who is thinking, I need money for stock. You're selling today, the money that you generate is the one that you buy tomorrow. Where does this woman get help from? I think these are the different ones that we are talking about, and I think I'm going a little bit ahead of myself. It's exciting when you think about meeting the woman in their unique situation. That's what we are. Let me stick to this, say that This empowering woman holistically, which is who I am, for financial inclusion is undoubtedly important. True empowerment goes beyond access to banking services. We must also address the broader socioeconomic factors that contribute to the slow progress that women experience. This includes tackling women's participation in decision-making processes and ensuring access to healthcare opportunities, like I have said. The professional women, I've already touched on that. What support can we give them? I think we are ready to work with the professional woman who is here and who is out there to say that, what are your areas of need? The businesswoman, ensuring the safety of her staff, we are ready to work with you. The woman who sits around the tables with policies, and especially this one, sitting where policies are made. Okay, you may not be involved in handling money per se, but saying, no, I think we can give loans to women. I think we can empower our young girls. I think we can have a facility that helps. Just making that policy that influences inclination towards women, you've gone a long way in empowering a woman. The religious woman who sits on boards where decisions on funds raised from the followers are made, who helps her to play this role effectively. And the young woman who wants digitized services and a one-stop shop for her convenience. Where is she getting this from? That is why solutions tailored for women should seamlessly integrate into their lifestyle like a puzzle, a jigsaw puzzle, okay? Because you're here and you're thinking a myriad of things out there. I need M-Pesa to send to my house help to buy this. Anybody hearing that? I need to order fish because what will be eaten tomorrow? I mean, you just need to empower that woman to be able to handle this from their desk where they are sitting. And that will be no excuse for them not to perform. They still have to perform. So we want to be there. Ladies, we want to be there. We want to be there with you where you are and provide a product that meets you where you are. It is not the days when banking was just for taking money or for taking loans. We want to do more. We want to do more. And Faidi Dada is here to be able to support us. Faidi Dada is here. Now, what about insurance? I think we'll be talking more about that, okay? You're thinking, someone talked about retirement. When I started working, I never thought I would retire, but I say now I've redefined retirement because you don't actually retire. So, but how do you prepare that young woman so that they can be productive when they are in employment and productive when maybe the employer cannot keep them anymore and they want to transfer to something else? Start now, yeah? Start now. And I think we have a product that will be able to help you look at the later days. To also cushion yourself against risk of health and risk of being abandoned. At our table, I'm talking too much, but let me just refer to the last one. We said in our generation, we need to also think about how we'll take care of ourselves. We are taking care of our parents, but seasons are changing. Let's look at the future, building resilience and sustainability. As we navigate a world described as volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous. Most of you have heard of VUCA, which is a concept that is based on leadership theories from Warren Barnes, one of my best writers, and Bart Nanus. It is essential to design solutions that not only address the challenges women face today, but also equip them with tools to thrive for the future. It's not business today and no business tomorrow. I want a woman who is doing business today will pass it on, okay, and pass it on and pass it on. Can we redefine that so that business is not ending with me, okay? It is business that I can pass on to the next generation. And this will start here. And I know women, we think about our future. We can start to put that mindset today. Not think that I'm satisfied today, I can eat. No, but what is it I'm leaving for my child and for my grandchild, and so forth. Is it doable? Sustainability? I think we can do it. And I think the bank can start alongside us to be able to have businesses that are sustainable, that are resilient in this VUCA environment. Now, when you think about the exchange rate issues, when you think about the interest rates and so forth, the challenges are there. But I believe that we can still carry out resilient businesses that will be able to weather the storm in this season. For example, we witness the rise of digital economy. It is crucial to ensure that women have access to digital skills and resources that they need to participate fully in the digital marketplace. This includes promoting digital literacy, providing training in emerging technologies, and leveraging digital platforms to expand access to financial services and economic opportunities. We must also prioritize sustainability in our efforts to empower women. This involves promoting environmentally friendly practices, supporting women's entrepreneurship in the given industries, and fostering partnerships that promote social and environmentally friendly, environmental responsibility. I need to say one of the areas that I'm exploring here, and a new one, is one of the things that we have really in abundance is the sun, okay? And we are working with people in lower levels to provide lamps that can be powered during the day, and in the night, you just hang it, you know, where that Mama Mboga is selling the cabbage, and it gives you the light. You don't have to look for where do I have socket or to sell with the phone. So it's looking at these environmentally friendly items or way of doing business that will promote our sustainable business. Ladies and the few gentlemen who are with us, in conclusion, designing financial solutions tailored for women, it is a strategic investment in our collective future. And that's why even the UN has said that it's not just about talking, it is putting money for women. It is a strategic investment. By empowering women economically, we can unleash their full potential as agents of change, driving innovation, prosperity, and sustainable development for generations to come. As we move forward, let us commit ourselves to building a more inclusive, equitable, and resilient world where every woman has the opportunity to thrive and contribute to the betterment of society. Together we can do it. One woman at a time. Together we can do it, one woman at a time. It is doable. So thank you very much for being part of this great day. I look forward to the activities of the day as we launch this product. It is a marathon, and we are going to run it, even the marathon itself, with resilience. We'll get stronger every day. And I believe that, I don't know, it will unfold in the years to come, that very soon we'll start receiving testimonies about what we can celebrate through Faidi Dada program that women have benefited from, because it is possible. Thank you very much. May God bless us all, and let's take this forward together. Amen.
Lovely, lovely, great. Thank you, Madam Margaret Karangatha. We appreciate that keynote address. Indeed, together we can do it, one woman at a time. Together we can do it, one woman at a time. Could you tell your neighbor that? Together we can do it, one woman at a time. Yes, and the MD rightly put, this is a marathon, but it begins today, doesn't it? It begins with the whistle blowing, and this is where we're blowing the whistle. So thank you very much, Mrs. Margaret Karangatha, as well as the MD, Anthony Mboro. We appreciate that very much. So we are moving on, ladies and gentlemen, and our next step is the panel discussion. And as I bring forth the panelists that will be doing this panel discussion, I want to introduce it by saying that we are inspiring financial inclusion and freedom one woman at a time. We are inspiring financial inclusion and freedom one woman at a time. So I want to bring forth the panelists that will be able to run with this the next session. It will not be a very long session, and I'm sure it will be very engaging. So I want to bring Madam Chair back to the floor, Margaret Karangatha, who's an executive coach and a mentor and facilitator, organizational development consultant in disciplines such as healthcare industry, publishing, engineering, real estate, educational institutions, and floriculture, among others. Margaret is specialized in organizational planning, leadership and human resources management, and finance for finance and non-finance managers. And she has worked as a management coordinator for United Bible Societies, overseeing work in 34 countries in Africa for 15 years, and is an associate consultant with AMREF, CORAT, and Kenya Institute of management. Her role on this panel discussion will be to offer strategic insights into how the financial sector is adapting to meet the needs of modern women, focusing specifically on Kingdom Bank's proactive approach in anticipating and addressing market demands. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Mrs. Margaret Karangatha. Thank you very much. Thank you for being here. The second panelist that I want to bring here is Joyce Gituro. And you come with that very lovely smile, right? Joyce Gituro is a PR strategist and communication consultant. She's a self-driven strategic leader with a wealth of experience in brand management and media relations. She currently offers strategic leadership at Miles Ahead Services Limited, a production, marketing, and communications company that she founded in 2019. She has had a great time at Royal Media Services for close to 16 years as the head of Radio Citizen and 1 year at MediaMax Network Limited as group head of programs. Joyce believes in access to education for girls to gain economic empowerment. Her education: Joyce is a graduate of Daystar University and holds a master's a Master of Arts in Corporate Communication and a Bachelor's of Arts in Media and PR from the same institution. Her role here today will be to offer a perspective on her entrepreneurial journey and outline what financial institutions can do to support the success of women-led businesses, specifically from a micro business perspective, given that she has had a huge audience among this particular market group. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Joyce Gituro. Thank you very much for being here. Karibu sana. And finally, and not least, I would want to bring forth Christine Kasina-Odero. Did I get it right? Right. Very well. Karibu sana. This is Supermama's founder and head of brand marketing and communication. Christine has over 15 years experience working with marketing, communications, and customer service while in employment and in business. Superwoman, aren't you? She's the founder of Super Mamas, an events and marketing company based in Kenya, and is passionate about inspiring, informing, and connecting moms to the very best they can be, both in their personal and professional lives. And her education: Christine is a graduate of University of Liverpool and holds a Master of Business Administration, MBA, marketing degree in marketing from USIU. Ladies and gentlemen, before you clap for her, I just want to bring the angle on which Christine will be contributing to this discussion this morning. Her perspective will be on entrepreneurial journey, and she will be able to outline what financial institutions can do to support the success of women-led businesses. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Christine Kasina as she steps forth to enrich this panel discussion. And I'm privileged this morning to be the one leading this panel discussion. And since I didn't have a very rich introduction of myself like I did for them, let me just say that my name is Sarah Kajuju. I am a growth coach in the areas of personal, leadership, entrepreneurship, and innovation development. My experience spans 16 years now. I'm an ex-banker from Consolidated Bank, where I worked for very few years. And trust you me, when I saw the white walls around the bank, they were not making sense to me. So I had jumped out after just 3 years of service to inspire and grow people for optimal productivity. Right? So, karibuni, ladies. I hope I won't flip over. This one looks like it's at the edge. Allow me to just push it forward a little. And yes, most welcome again, ladies. It's a privilege and my very pleasure to lead this panel discussion. And How are you feeling, Christine? You can tell us how you're feeling. Generally, I mean, we've been running for the last close to an hour now. How are you feeling? Christine?
I am feeling grateful because of many things. Coming into this room made me very nostalgic because we've done many things with the Kingdom Bank. But I'm feeling grateful because once upon a time we used to talk about Corona. I don't know if Corona is back. Is it back? Is it not? But you remember how Corona was, that none of us could hardly do anything. And during that time, I still had the support of Kingdom Bank, of which we were able to do some stuff online. So at the moment, I'm feeling grateful.
You are grateful because we have jumped one hurdle. We don't know what other hurdle we are anticipating, but I can tell you such is life and we must go over it. And thank you very much for being here, Christine.
Glad to be here.
Karibu sana. Joyce, how are you feeling?
I'm excited.
You're excited.
I'm happy to celebrate International Women's Day together with these great women and ladies and the few gentlemen. I'm also excited to have joined or to have started this partnership with Kingdom Bank, and I see us going very far.
Great, excited, happy, and looking forward to going very far after whistle blowing, right? Great, great. Karibu sana, Joyce. It's glad to have you here this morning. Madam Chair, Margaret Karangatha, how are you feeling this morning?
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. I'm feeling great. And with great is feeling grateful. Looking at how far we have come, I think it's the first time we are celebrating International Women's Day as Kingdom Bank. Okay,
That deserves a clap, right? Yeah. Very well. Great.
I am very grateful that this is speaking about progress, that we've continued to look at the market, what is out there, and this is like, what is it that we have for the woman? So it is such a great day for me. I'm excited. I'm grateful to God for journeying with us this far, and to each one of you who is around this table. Grateful is a word.
Great. And I'm sure the feelings of these women right here is a representation of what you guys are feeling, excited. You're looking forward to greater heights, even as we whistle blow and begin this very long journey. The journey of about 1,000 miles indeed begins with a single step. And this is that very single step towards the right direction. So yeah, and we begin it right there with this panel discussion to see how this will go. And there is no better person to begin with than you, Madam Chair, who in your keynote address, you highlighted that the financial sector is evolving to meet the needs of the modern woman. So in that regard, how is Kingdom Bank collaborating with the female clientele? Number one, to understand their needs, but also to bolster support for their goals. How is Kingdom Bank doing this?
Thank you very much, Sarah. Yes, I refer to this in the keynote address to say that the woman is a very unique individual. Very unique because they wear different hats. So as Kingdom Bank, we are starting with understanding the context of the woman, because you cannot put all of them in one group. Okay, we've talked about the professional woman, we've talked about the business woman, we've talked about the stay-at-home mom. I think I even mentioned, I forgot to mention that. Not that they are not busy, but they've decided to, to stay at home and so forth. So our starting point is understanding the woman and understanding the needs of the women. Now, once we are able to do that, and that is by talking, engaging, and so forth, then we start by developing specialized financial products or packaging our products in a way to address that woman. For some, it could be looking at what investments options are there. Okay. For others, could be looking at how do I finance my business? So we're talking about micro loans. For others, it could be looking at, I start business today, have no stock tomorrow. There's no sustainability. So what do you need to be able to bring sustainability? For others, it's looking at, look, my business brings me income once every 3 months or every other month. So we're addressing the issue of flexible payment schedules, okay? So for someone else's savings, I make my money and I use it like, I don't know where it goes, okay? We can talk about saving packages, okay? So Kingdom Bank, we're here to look at a holistic way of addressing the woman, meeting them where they are, and we think we have products for that. Now, I will also say that training is a key component. The Bible tells us, and allow me to quote, that my people perish for lack of knowledge. We think that sometimes a woman is left behind because they do not have knowledge about what products are out there that suit me. Now, if you look at, for example, when we went through COVID, which has been referred to, maybe some women are struggling in, the business is not working, I cannot pay, and so forth. But I think I'll not be so wrong in saying that the people went to the bank to say, can we restructure my loan? It's the men. Or the women? Because you want to be perfect, do this business. Well, there's no knowledge of how it can be done, and the businesses go down. So we want to be there giving financial literacy training to the woman so that they're able to manage their business. We meet them where they are, and they equip not just themselves, but also the people they work with. Okay. This will not cover just when you are active in business, but also retirement planning. I don't know whether it's because of where I am at that now. Retirement is a very, it does come. So I think we need to start this conversation early about supporting our women clientele to think about today and to think about tomorrow. Then there's also the issue of advisory services, okay? Recently we worked with one of our clients, and sometimes when when you call someone and they look at your books or they look at what you're doing, then we are able to step in and give advice. This is advisory, because you may not even know, what investment products are there. You may not know what your needs are, but just having a session, you can even invite us brainstorming. This is where I am at. What is it that you think I can do with these resources? Okay, you don't have to be having a really grand agenda. It's like I need to just sit and listen to what is possible. And that way you can get advisory advice on how to manage your businesses, on how to take forward, how to move on to the next level, because no one knows it all. And I think in the bank we have a lot of information that we are sitting on, which when it is distributed out there and shared, can be able to lift the woman to another level. So I encourage us, Mr. Gope Bank, you come, we're going to work together. Now, supporting women-owned businesses, I think is another one. I'm proudly here to say that the founder of this bank before, it was Ajami Bora, we referred to her this morning, Ingrid Monroe. She started by checking, working with the women who are on the streets, okay? So one of what we'd like to do is to also keep up this concept of supporting women-owned businesses. And part of doing that is also by creating networks. And please don't get out of here before you get a network of a new person that you had not interacted with. Because my mother, Sarah, used to say, adoneido. That is in French. So not to use them, but when you interact with people, like I'm interacting with our media personality here, you never know where this may take me. Networking is what we'd like to encourage as Kingdom Bank. And finally, we don't forget those who are not able to pay for services. We have something to do with corporate social responsibility initiatives. And I think as women, you have also something to offer, even to the younger girls or to the societies that we work with, like Madam Chelid is doing. She's not here. Just being able to have initiatives that promote other people out there in the community. Maybe I leave it there for now, but I think it's exciting to be able to open this up to fellow women. Thank you.
Whoa, imagine your thought of women. This is just for you. Thank you very much, Madam Chair, Margaret. And women, you're just not lucky, you're blessed, truly so. Because if a team can sit down and think about you, you are special, yeah? You are special. We really are special. We are special. Women, we are special. And so this all investment is for us. Even as we move on to the next question, and Joyce, this is for you. And I know your story is quite fascinating. I'd love to hear more about your shift from working a traditional 8 to 5 job to establishing your own business. And in addition, you could tell us what insights you would wish you'd had before undertaking this transition.
Thank you so much. Mine actually wasn't a 8 to 5. It was a 24-hour job. Those who've worked in media, they know you work 24 hours. It's either you're listening to, like for me, my job as the head of radio, I was either listening to radio or fighting with the commercial people, following up after production, dealing with traffic. In media, there's a department, a whole department called traffic, dealing with traffic. And then the biggest was now managing the presenters, the big names, the machokas of this world. Yeah, but all in all, it was very interesting. And most people have asked me, Joyce, you had a big name on radio. How could you leave radio and go and do your business? I'll give you my story. What happened? I started, actually, the Miles Ahead didn't start in 2019. I registered it in 2014. Yes, 2014. I just registered a company. I didn't know what I was going to do with it, but the name of the company is what I was concentrating on. Miles Ahead. That means you have to be ahead of anything or anyone else you just have to be ahead. So when I registered this company, initially I was confused. Okay, Joyce, you have a company. What are you going to do with it? Then with time, I realized I needed to, I had a passion for PR, communication, something out of, a personal thing that I was very, very passionate about. And because of the time I was working, the 24-hour job, I didn't have much time to pay attention to it. So it so happened that one time, just in a forum like this one, and that's why I like what our chair has said, just have a network of one person. I was in such a forum, and I managed to meet a lady, a decision maker. I'm not going to mention the company. And she came to me after the meeting and told me, Joyce, I would love to do a radio campaign. How can you help? And that's when Miles Ahead hit. Yes, my company. And I sat down with this lady and we planned the campaign. I did the campaign for her using Miles Ahead. And guys, let me tell you, because it was an international job, I was paid in dollars. I paid everything. I paid for the airtime. I paid for production. I paid for the events that we did. And in my bank, I still had like 6 million. So I was like, what is this? Exactly. I didn't touch that money for like 2 months because I thought maybe someone else will come up and claim that I didn't pay them. And that is where my journey towards self-employment started. But you see, I was also doing so well in my career. I was growing. And I tried to compare the two. Do I not? So what I decided was, now what I'm going to be doing, I'll be looking for small clients. I don't want to compete with my employer because he's the one who was paying my bills and everything. And also it would have been very unprofessional to do that. So I started looking for small businesses, things that were not directly competing with what I was doing. And with time, my company started growing. That is why I was even able to risk moving from Royal Media to MediaMax. Because at the back of my mind, I knew whatever money I was making would be enough just in case things didn't work out. But I'll also tell you this. I am a very prayerful woman. I believe in God. I used to pray and tell God, God, when my time comes, may I hear that voice when you're talking to me about leaving. And I'll tell you, before I left Royal Media, I was at that point where I was feeling my time to leave media has come, but I didn't know the direction. Then after some time, the job offer for MediaMax came. It was a better job. I was now running 6 radio stations. I was in the executive committee. I was doing well professionally, but after 8 months, the same voice pushing me out. And I'm praying and I'm telling God, God, if this is you, promise me one thing, that you'll never leave me. And 4 months later, I decided to resign. And when I went to talk to my boss, the CEO, I told him I was intending to resign. And he was like, no, Joyce, you cannot. You cannot resign. Number one, you're a single mother. How are you going to be earning your income? And number two, I don't want to let you go. So please take like 3 weeks, go think about it, come back and let me know what you've decided. And I thank God when he gave me the 3 weeks, I had a real conversation with God. And I went back and I told him, I'm still going to resign. He was disappointed, but he allowed it. Then I resigned. I resigned in 2019, October. Started an office by December, now, because this is what I thought about everything. I looked at the amount of time I was giving my company. Please, guys, if you're employed, stay employed until God speaks. do not leave because of what I'm just about to say. I compared the time I was working for the company and the few hours that I gave my company, and I compared the income, and I was like, what if I gave my company like just a half of what I'm giving to my employer? And I did the maths and I said, yes, I can risk. But I want to put a disclaimer. Before I resigned, I looked at my finances, my investments, and everything. And I realized, yes, whatever I have invested, whatever cash I had, and my lifestyle, it could be sustained for like a year or so. And I said, this is good. Within 1 year, I'll have done something. So I resigned in 2019, and 2020, COVID came. Yeah? And this is where I had a real conversation with myself. But I tell you what, 2 clients remained. They didn't go.
I hope the one that remained at the 6M is one of those.
The 6M, we are still moving. We are still working. Yeah, just he was brought by God. So that is how I had the guts to leave employment. It was scarily. Initially, it was. You're used to a salary at the end of the month. You have a big name. Working in radio and working in media is fun. You're meeting new people every day. Now here you are. It's you, Joyce, doing everything. Going for clients meeting, making decisions. And then you start employing. Now you become the employer. And you're also worried about the person you've employed doing the same thing that you did. Yeah. But I tell you what, it is the sweetest thing I ever did. I am happy, and I encourage anyone to just go step by step. Don't just leave employment just like that without a plan. You must have a plan, before you leave, and leave well. I tell you, I get excited. Even tomorrow on Saturday, I'll be on Radio Citizen as a guest.
Yes.
And it feels nice. You're like, this is the same media I was working for. Had I left in a bad way, I don't think I would be having those kind of relationships. Right now, I talk to any media house. They are able to carry my stories. We worked so well. I'm telling you.
Wow.
So when you leave your employer, leave in a nice way. Yeah, just leave well, so that
Yes.
tomorrow you can still fall back.
Yes, yes, and I can read your mind. You guys standing there, stop thinking about resigning. That wasn't the message. Don't think resigning. I can read your mind, especially those guys standing there. Now, anyway, that is on a light note. Thank you very much, Joyce. Quite a captivating story. Yeah, and I just love the sense of God in it, you know? Yeah, and women, Kingdom Bank is a Kingdom Bank, really. Wouldn't you? I mean, where else would you run to other than just have God in the center of your decision making?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the way. Thank you. Christine Cassina. I don't know, are women really inherently entrepreneurial? I don't know. And you can tell us from your experience. And of course, I would love to know what insights you have gained about your relationship with your bank through the experience of running your business. And maybe that bank is Kingdom Bank. I don't know. Yeah.
Thank you, Kajuju. Are women entrepreneurial? I just want to pick from where Joyce has left. What makes a woman entrepreneurial? For me, it was getting to a point of it's now or never. And contrary to what advice you've given us this morning or right now, I am one of those who woke up one day and decided, you know what? Tomorrow I am not coming. So I resigned from my job with no plan B. And the reason why I resigned from that particular job is I didn't feel supported as a working mom. And perhaps as we speak about inclusivity today, is then to think about how in the structures we have in the organizations, in our businesses, how can we support working moms? You have a young child, you're working until on Saturday. Even if you want to rush to Biashara Street before they close at 1 p.m., your boss wants to see you seated there until 1:35. So things like that made me feel it is just time to jump ship. And because women are resourceful, that is where my entrepreneurial spirit was born. I have no history in my family of people in business. I was the first one in my family to go into business out of need. So what makes us as women good at business? Contrary to probably the people you live with, I don't know if men think we are good at communication as women. Do you guys understand what we say? Or we say what we are not saying, and we want you to pick in between. Nini niyo nimesema ukusikia. Or then we don't talk, and then you're supposed to figure out, aya, amenyamaza kwa nini? But what I'm trying to say,
Christine, women are from Venus, men are from Mars.
and then we also have that.
Yeah.
But what makes us great at business is we have excellent communication skills. All the soft professions that you can think about have hundreds and millions of women, be it marketing, even finance. You find women because we are excellent at communication skills. We are excellent at building relationships. And then we bring in the mother touch of we nurture that relationship for like forever. I've been working, for example, with Procter & Gamble, P&G, from Downy to Pampers. 12 years later, we are still together. They've moved offices thanks to, I will not say Zakayo, please edit that, but they've moved to Dubai. But up to now, thanks to WhatsApp and all that, we are still able to do business because as a woman in business, being able to nurture relationships, that makes us excellent at being business people. But that said, for me, the struggle I have as a mom in business is the fact that sometimes I feel we are misunderstood. I run a platform called Super Mamas. Sometimes I'm asked, okay, so what about Super Babas? But the point is, for us to do what we do as moms in business, as women in business, we cannot do it excluding the men. We need the support from the men to bring us at the table because sometimes you're not so good at blowing our own horns, isn't it? I can say in this from one person who has really blown my horn is Francis Liai. He mentions my names in rooms that I am not in. I've just met, the MD Anthony after 4 years, but he knows me just out of what Francis has told him. So the thing is just for us to continue to network, for us to build our soft skills, and for us to get support from the men in the room. Call us to the table when we are, sometimes we look strong and well put together, but we need the support when you are 20%, only 20% of representation on a table. We need more men to support us. When it comes to those biasharas where you feel we can come in and, partner with you, collaborate with you, we are not always competing. Collaboration is the way to go. Call us on those tables so we can collaborate with the men. So what I'm trying to say, moms in business, women in business, we are the future and we make the biggest percentage, isn't it?
We do. Thank you very much, Christine. Wow, and you do it with a big smile, even living without apologies. And you step out and move and really move. I love it that you highlight the ease of building relationships and nurturing even businesses for women. And these are very soft, subtle skills that women can ride on and ensure that they work for you. Yesterday, I was at a forum where somebody asked, how can you make your femininity work for you?
Mm-hmm.
And somebody else translated that to mean, how can you make your sexuality work for you? But the other way was what they were actually asking. And so the ability to nurture is a God-given thing for women. And so for businesses that men will not have the patience to run through again and again, you have the patience. You have the ability to look at it from a seed. I love what the MD said, that you give a woman a house, they give you a home. What you forgot to say is that you give them a sperm and they give you a baby. Yes, the ability to nurture. 9 months is a very long time. Anything can go wrong in 9 months. But that ability to keep going even when you're throwing up, when you're looking at your husband and thinking, where have you come from, and so on and so forth. You keep moving and keep moving and keep moving, isn't it? Thank you very much, Christine. Moving on, and this is for Margaret. You have quite some rich banking experience and expertise. And I want to ask, what are the key factors that women should consider when choosing a bank? And what are the advantages does this give in partnering with Kingdom Bank specifically?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Sarah, again for that great question. And my fellow panelists for covering the topic so well. Allow me to start from where Kashina has left it. Relationships, and what you have also emphasized. So when a woman is looking for a bank to go for, to work with, I think is different from a man. I would start with, what is the relationship that I'm going to establish with this bank? Are they going to listen to me? Are they going to listen to my story? Are they going to understand me from where I am? And then you can decide whether you be one among many or you have a hearing, okay, for what you do. And that's why I'm happy for the story that she has said. So customer service is key. Okay, what kind of customer service does the bank establish? I think I can proudly say that we've all seen, I hope, seen that the Cooperative Bank has been ranked number 1 in customer service with the survey that was done, and that we are a baby or an offshoot. Thank you. And this is 2nd year running. Last year we also got it. So I think a woman will need to start from there and look at relationships that are established to be able to address your need. So here at Kingdom Bank, we want to build on this strength. Okay, the strength from our parent Cooperative Bank, which we're also bringing here, and work with the woman where they are. So relationships is key. And then that relationship will unlock other things that you need to look at, is to look at what financial products and services is the bank having. And I start with the relationships because you cannot start with the services and the products if you have not understood what the woman needs. Okay. Now, once you understand the woman and their needs, you can then be able to know they need to have investment options, and we can provide that. Maybe they're looking into having a savings account. Maybe they're looking into having a loan. Maybe it's insurance or other services that we may offer. And I say that in Kingdom Bank, today is a great day because you're looking at ways that we can be able to package these products to meet the need of the woman. So it is need-centered packaging for the woman. Something else that maybe is taken for granted and it is important is the kind of ledger fees or fees and charges that you pay. Okay, you do a transaction and there is a fee following. You do a deposit and there is a fee following. It's good for a woman to understand what are the charges associated with different transactions that we handle. And for this, again, I would like to say that as Kingdom Bank, we are looking at how we can minimize the charges that are charged to the accounts that the women open, including looking at the minimum balance. There's some time bank, I'll not mention many banks, that some of us closed my account. I can say it. One account I was running in one of the big banks here. My business stayed for some time without having money, and I was called and told, you need to close this account because it is not bringing some money. And it was not such a long time. And the minimum balance was high, and the frequency with which that money was needed was also high. So look at the fees. And I'd like to say that for Kingdom Bank, we cover all the engagements of women, so we can have a minimum balance of 1,000, 3,000. But of course, if you have more money, you can keep it, and we can also show you how to invest it. So fees and charges and the minimum balance that you have. The other one, we've talked about what's that, Chama Mama? Super Mama. The woman of today is multitasking with millions of things in their mind, including myself. So I speak from where I sit. And one of the things that is really valuable for a woman to look at is convenience and accessibility. Now, how am I able to access the bank services? If I need to make a deposit or to make a payment or to do an investment, whatever it is, how accessible are the services? And I think I can look at, it's not just the physical presence. Now we are going into mobile banking. We are going into the phone and so forth, so that you can be able to transact from wherever you are. So this is another really important aspect to look at. And at Kingdom Bank, I think we have the best digital services. And I'm not adding, I'm talking this as a customer. Yeah, as a customer. I don't know the last time, I think I come here for meetings, but I don't go to Kingdom Bank for banking services because they're either on my phone, on my computer. Yeah, the few people who pay me by check, and I say, no, please don't give me a check next time. Just use this M-Pesa number, because that way I don't have to send a staff to go bank the check. So convenience and accessibility is really key. ATM cards. I think, again, we have invested very heavily on this one. How many of you are aware of *344#? Okay, there we are. You can be able to get your transactions. KB mobile app, DigiLife, which is one of my favorite. Debit card, maybe you're doing different transactions and you can be able to use a card. We have a debit card that you can be able to take. And then because of our association, we are standing on the shoulders of the cooperative bank. Wherever there's a COP ATM or COP agency, you can also be able to do Kingdom Bank transactions. So our accessibility is wide, and I think we'll be able to meet you where you are. Wow. I could go on and on, but these are some of the really good things that you look at in what bank do you work for, because the services are varied.
What I love about your response is that you are talking as a customer of the bank. So these are things that you know so well and they are working for you. I love the bit of convenience, because as a busy woman, an executive in business and all, I mean, convenience is it. Convenience is it. That I can be able to do my transactions at the comfort of my home. Where I'm in a cab somewhere and I'm running late, I can be able to pay. I had somebody saying, somebody here is thinking about the house help and M-Pesa. You can be able to easily transact and send the money. And of course, this works very well for women. Thank you very
Allow
much.
me to add on that, now that you've talked about house helps, and I think we all have them. I encourage all my workers, including the house help, my gardener, and so forth, to open accounts with Kingdom Bank.
Whoa.
Yeah. So I don't pay them through M-Pesa. I just transfer from my account to their account. The charges are minimal, so they also like it. What they do with the money, I don't know, but they tell me it's working for me. Just leave me there. So don't just pay cash. No, let them open account, and that way also you are enabling them to also know they can manage their money in a different way.
Yes, what Margaret is saying without saying is that for all of us, we have accounts here. Let's encourage the people who work for us to also have accounts here. Yeah. It's for our ease, it's for their ease, and it's for all of us, the good of all of us. Thank you. Thank you very much. Joyce, Banks must collaborate beyond their confines to empower women entrepreneurs, and you're one of those. So, how can a financial institution further support the dreams and the aspirations of women from your perspective?
Thank you. Thank you, Kajuju, for that question. Again, I'll go back to my experience. I think the biggest advice I can give as of now, not even to the banks, but to us, the business people. And I think Chair has handled it so well. But just ask, ask, ask. Go to the bank, sit down with your relationship manager if you have one. If you don't have, look for one. I'm sure if today you came to Kingdom Bank and requested for someone you can speak to about their products, you'll definitely get a person. I came to realize later, though I've worked on that I needed, and I think our MD, you mentioned, MD, not our, okay.
He is ours.
Yeah, our MD.
He is ours.
You mentioned that. It took me time to separate my profit, working capital, paying myself a salary, so I was putting everything in the business account. It took me some time to know that I needed my own salary account, because it is the only way I can also be able to access more products, and especially the credit, because I can be given as a person and my business can also access credit. So separate the two. Go to your bank and I don't know now who I'm addressing. Am I addressing the bank but if as bankers, talk to your people. Tell them about the products. Have a personal relationship. Let them understand these things. Tell them about the kind of, even this new product that we are introducing. It should not just go to women only. We should also talk to men. They have their wives, their sisters, their girlfriends, they have people they can talk to about the same product. So one of the things I would love my bank to do, to give me all the information that I need. Mostly customers, we worry about the hidden charges. Yeah, when we are taking a loan, the only thing we inquire about is, what are the hidden charges? But it's high time we got all the information about the new product. And the assurance also. I want a bank that is assuring me whether COVID comes or it doesn't, I'm here with you, I'm working with you. That assurance keeps me working. I want a bank that understands my unique characters of my business, because all businesses are not the same. So I want that understanding bank that I can tell for sure, this month, my client has not been able to pay, but I wish I can access an overdraft. Just a small overdraft, a bank that understands that. I want a bank that cares about my wellness. I want a bank I can talk to. And maybe you can come up with a product, but I think we talked about it. I want a bank that if I'm unwell, I'm taken care of by my bank. So, and mostly I want a bank that doesn't discriminate. Yeah, I want a bank that gives products to everyone. They may not be the same products, but try and cascade them, so that everyone is covered. Yeah.
Joyce, what I hear you say is that you want love.
Yes,
You want love.
a lot of it.
Yeah, ladies, we want to be loved. So the people who are developing this product, think about love. If you think about love, you will have met the needs of the women. Because really, what you've described for real is love. Yeah. You want a product that will be able to meet your need, and in meeting your need, it's really loving you. It's lavishing you. It's covering you, and it's helping you to be secure and to do your business without having to worry about this and the other. Thank you very much, Joyce. Yes, and Kasina. Now you have how long have you run your business?
This year will be turning 13.
13
Super
years.
Mamas will be turning 13 years.
Lovely. Now, if you were to restart, or I mean, just envision this, doing it anew, what financial banking decisions would you make differently? I'm sure you've made a few mistakes here, there, or many mistakes, but what financial decisions would you make differently?
Looking back, if time was to be rewound and I restart Super Mamas afresh, number one, would I go into business or not, or should I just have married rich? Which one would you go for? Ideally, this is such off topic. Are we even supposed to be in the workplace anyway? We are supposed to be at home. The Proverbs 31 woman, was she at home or was she working?
I heard there is also Proverbs 7, right? Be careful, because there is also Proverbs 7.
So the Proverbs 7 was working. Man. And Joyce tells me that
The same Bible, yeah. I know Proverbs 31 talks about that superwoman, but the same Bible talks about a woman being a helper, a woman being loved, a woman, submitting. And when you submit, you cannot work and submit. So you choose one.
Thank you, Pastor Joyce.
But since times have changed and a new chapter of Proverbs was written for this generation, here we are. If I was to restart Super Mamas again, the first advice I would take was of my late dad, who loved taking loans. I never understood his love for loans, but he said, my daughter, you can never grow without loans. And women, we are so loan averse. Like now, the first time I took a loan, I did not sleep. I was thinking, oh my gosh, watakujia gari, watakujia, wachukue kuku, wachukue ng'ombe. Gari nitoke kwa news. I was supposed to pay that loan within a year. I believe I paid it in 2 months, just so I can sleep. But just on a serious note, to reflect on the things I would have done on Super Mamas, I probably should have taken more loans. Beyond doing the events, would have diversified into doing decor and buying all those things, chairs and whatnot. We would be doing decor for this particular event because we got a loan from here. So definitely I would go the tangent of taking loans and just seeing how to grow the business. That's number one. Number two, doing a bit more research. When you're new in business, the person who meets you the first is the person you then sign up with that bank, isn't it? I would have taken the time to research on more banks, what they have to offer, go have a feel of their spirits. Do they love women? Do they love people? Do they match my vibe? Like young people say, do you match my vibe? So I would definitely look for a bank who matches my vibe. But you then go into this relationship and find, like you say, hidden charges, and the way Madam Chair was saying, what? Every 4 weeks, you need to put in 50K, 30K, and then somebody sends you up very personal email, failure to which, and already life is hard enough. You don't need anybody telling you, greetings, this meeting, I hope this email finds you well. It does not. And then they then proceed to tell you the word failure to which. So definitely I would look into researching more into the kind of bank I should have started my relationship with. And finally, looking at my bank, not just as a bank, seeking professional advice. For example, what other things can you tell me or introduce me within your bank to help me grow my enterprise? Do you have a networking platform? Do you have events for women? Do you have golf nights? Do you have golf? Whatever it is. But tell me, beyond just meeting you at the counter, what else can you help me when it comes to my business? And beyond giving me loans, I know the international organizations that give you grants and you can give me money for free. Once in a while, give me money for free. So yeah, those are my points.
Whoa. Upendo tena hapo. Cynthia, thank you very much. Christine, yes, your grants. I hope somebody has heard. Yeah, they're there. Lovely. Our time is running very fast. You know, when you're discussing these things and you're having laughter in it, time just flies. So I want to invite you ladies to do your parting shot. So we can begin with Christine here to do your parting shot going that way. I don't want to begin there and come this way as I've been doing. Lovely. And maybe just in 1 minute.
Sure. My parting shot will be especially on this very important day of International Women's Day. For me, I represent the working mom, doing a lot of work with mompreneurs. We are calling on support, on everybody to support the working moms to thrive at home, to thrive in the workplace, find policies, create policies that will help us to grow. When we need to take extra days, please don't penalize us so that we don't go up the corporate ladder. Continue to support us. Call us for tenders, call us for business collaborations. That would be awesome. And to Kingdom Bank, as you launch your product today, I can tell you for sure, for the women who sit in your room, when you have your business events, we are multi-banked. It's a fact. What will make you different is the way Madam Chair has said. You have to be willing to go the full marathon. Because a lot of these women products are launched with a lot of glitterati and a lot of buzz, and then we are trending. And then what? I come to the counter 2 years from now, I ask, Nele Faidi iliendaje? Oh, by the way, Francis alitoka na pia product ikaenda. So what I'm trying to say, I encourage you to stay the length, to truly find it in yourselves to make a difference. Because we need that financial wellness, that support from people like you, so that we can form that relationship with you that goes into retirement, knowing that I have a bank that loves me, I have done business, I'm going into retirement, and we are still in love.
We're still in love. Thank you very much. Joyce.
Mine is very short. There's this group of women I'm very passionate about. They're called single mothers, but I call them women parenting alone. If you're here, just know you can make it. Number two, if you're getting into business as a woman, you can still maintain your integrity. You don't have to do those funny things to get a job, to get a contract, to get anything running. You can still do clean business and maintain your integrity. And lastly, do not fear. I don't want to start preaching, but that's a word. Those words have been repeated so many times in the Bible. Do not fear. It's fear that keeps you where you are. Fear stagnates you. Do not fear. And finally, for Kingdom Bank, continue expanding God's kingdom. And thank you for considering women.
Whoa, thank you very much, Joyce. Yes. Margaret.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Wow, you started by asking what you're feeling. I wish you could ask that again now. What I'm feeling, because this has been such an impactful session. Just listening to the responses from my panelists here, fellow panelists, I have learned something, and I'm using this as a parting shot. That the product for women must have that concept of love. Relationships is everything. So I think I go with the parting shot of our MD, KB Growth Hub. I think that's it. Where we can bring women together to network, to have chai together, to discuss business. What are you doing? What's working for you? What's not working? And just to talk, support group. So I think my encouragement is every woman who is in business. Kingdom Bank, we have the KB Growth Hub, where we encourage meetings. We have the chairmas. Don't walk the journey alone. Don't walk alone. Okay? The lessons that we have learned here over 13 years, 20 years, 15 years, you can learn from the mistakes of others if you come to that. Number two, I think I've learned and more empowered that empowering a woman is empowering many more people. I mean, can you hear the stories here? And I know each of you who is here could come up here with a story. It is not just about equality. It is a strategic imperative. If we are looking at progress, we cannot leave the woman behind. Invest in a woman, accelerate progress. Yeah. So more than when we entered these doors, now I have that even more. Invest in a woman, accelerate progress. Let's do more to invest in a woman. Then unlocking potential. I like her word, so I'll jump on that. To unlock that potential, we need this education forum so we encourage ourselves women not to fear. And I know our MD is big one on this one. Do not fear. Just jump in different ways where you are so that we can help each other, the women, to unlock our potential. I think there's so much more that we can do. And one of the things that I like about that moved me to coaching is saying, when I stand before God and he asked me, Margaret, all the resources I put in you, you've only done this, and I wanted you to do that. Okay, so I think by coming together, we can unlock potential. We could do much, much more. We are capable of it because the Lord has put much more in us. And then I think to say that it's not just equitable investment, equitable discussion. Is about talking about a prosperous future. I cannot help think about generations. I think when we invest in a woman, we are investing in the generations. So women, let's go for it. No fear, it is courage, and we partner with the bank to be able to bring out the best in us. And we will empower our families, our enterprises, and also the nation at large. Today, the International Women's Day, don't let it go to waste. The whistle is going to be blown, do something. And let's run this race together, one woman at a time. Thank you.
Lovely, 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 lovely. Thank you, thank you, thank you. From Christine, I pick networks, just building your networks, building them some more and going full throttle, not stopping at today. Today we have made merry, we have blown the whistle, going full throttle with rich networks, with rich collaborations, and doing it every step with people around you. And the bank is one of those that women need. Women are one of those that the bank needs. So that collaboration is great. From Joyce, I hear, fear, do not fear. Do not fear. Isaiah 41, I think 41, 30, 10. Oh yeah, it's 10. Fear not, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. What amazes me is the story of the talents. And this last guy who was given one talent went and hid it. And when the master came, he asked, what did you do with the talent I gave you? And he said, I was afraid. Do not be afraid. Oftentimes, women do not go that extra mile because you're afraid. You don't take that step because you're afraid. Talk to somebody, talk to a coach, talk to a mentor, talk to God himself, talk to another woman who has been there, done it. And I can tell you, there is beauty in those collaborations. And finally, Margaret, I hear you telling us that there's beauty in Kingdom Bank. And that while we're doing it for us, let's do it for other people, our workers and the people around us, because it will make the relationship easier for us and easier for them. And so I want to thank you for being part of this panel discussion. You have enriched today being International Women's Day, and of course, the blowing of the whistle on these products that are designed for women in Kingdom Bank. And so thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, there is a way I would like us to appreciate these ladies even as they step down. Would you kindly stand up and let me show you how to appreciate them? So I will say Karamanda and you will clap. Karamanda. Karamanda. When I say Señorita, these are beautiful women. Señorita is a beautiful woman. So when I say Señorita, you do ×2 of that, so it will be. Do it. Karamanda. Karamanda. Señorita. And because they are señorita and you know a beautiful woman, so we will do the señorita going around. Sawa. So the men, if you don't have your goodies and your supporting documents, ni sawa tu, zunguka tu, utakuwa sawa. Sawa. Yes, sawa. So let's go, Karamanda. Karamanda. Señorita. Señorita. They are real señoritas. Thank you very much. Please have your seats. We can do a group photo. Sorry, before we step. Sorry. Apologies, ladies. Let's do a group photo before we step down. Stand. Stand up. Yes, international right? Yeah. Smile. Thank you. Then people join us, kindly. Please join us. You can stand between the women.
Powerful women.
And we can do the sign again, right? Thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are quickly transitioning to the launch of not launch. Whistle blowing. The whistle blowing. We are quickly transitioning to that. Yes, and this is the heart of the matter. This is the real heart of our event today. And so we will have a real unveiling of this product for women. And I will begin my countdown now. If we are ready, are we set? Not yet. Okay, I want to be guided whether we set even as we begin the countdown. This is the heart of our event. And I'm hoping that because we have 90-something% of women here, we will hear the ululations from the women and voices of celebration even as we unveil this, right? This is why we are here, right? It's a day of celebration. It's a beautiful day. So we begin this very shortly. So give us 1 minute and we will begin the countdown. Are you ready? Can you see us? Can you hear us? Do you have your smile on? Is your voice ready to shout? Because this is that moment. This is that beautiful moment. You can hear the noises in the background already. Yes, so 5, we go 4, 3, 2, 1. And you can see the curtains are opening. We begin to celebrate and the ribbons are cut. This is that moment we've been waiting for. And finally, Saidi Dada. Finally, we got Saidi Dada. Saidi Dada. Saidi Dada by Kingdom Bank. Saidi Dada it is. This requires a standing ovation. We can stand up and celebrate. Saidi Dada, indeed. This is that moment we've been waiting for. Unlocking financial freedom, one woman at a time. And the values are trust, growth, and financial safety. Saidi Dada. Saidi? Tell your together, Faidi Dada. This is it, right? Faidi Dada. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. We can take our seats. I'm hopeful that the media team is ready with the video that is to run at this point. Please smile. There's nothing coming from heaven right now. Nothing will drop. No bomb is dropping. The bomb that is about to drop is this video. So you can sit back, relax, enjoy this video. Great. We are moving on very well, ladies and gentlemen. It's a beautiful, happy moment. I don't know how you're feeling. I'd love to just hear one or two people. How are you feeling? Maybe one customer and one member of staff. How are you feeling even as we get ready for cake cutting? One customer, lady inspects, and a beautiful smile. Of course, all of us have beautiful smiles, but yes. How are you feeling? You feel honored and beautiful. Please give her a mic. Yes, that's right. Give her a mic just to speak up. Yes, just say what you said or you can add.
I'm saying we feel honored as women because this product, we believe and trust that it will help us accelerate our businesses to another level.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Honored and great that this product will help the women accelerate their businesses to yet another level. Very well. Please appreciate her. What's your name? Caro. Can I teach you a trick, Caro? The next time you're given a mic, in the midst of such, you say what your business does. So you can say it now.
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
My name is Caroline Gamaru. I have an account in the bank, Creative Kyles, Aluminum and Interiors. I'm a lady in construction. I do interiors and mostly I deal in aluminum and all types of glass. bulletproof, frameless glasses, construction glasses, all your interiors.
Whoa.
Yes.
Lovely. So if you're building, this is the person to speak to, Caroline. Thank you very much. Then I'd love to hear from one of the members of staff. How are you feeling? Who's ready? Your moment to shine. Somebody there. Rosemary. Okay. Rosemary, this is your moment.
Wow, this is beautiful. I'm happy that now we are launching this. Ladies, please take advantage. We are here to take care of you. My branch is Kirinyaga Road.
Lovely.
Thank you.
Great. I love the last bit. We are here to take care of you. By the way, do you know when women are taken care of, they do great things? Ask me, I'll tell you. Yes. So we are here to take care of you. That is the voice from the bank. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. We got a very beautiful cake here. Faidi Dada. I wish you guys can see what I'm seeing. Unlocking one woman at a time. Kingdom Bank, a subsidiary of the Cooperative Bank. I'd love to bring right here to help us do the cake cutting. Mrs. Margaret Karangatha, the board chair, kindly step forth, help us in cutting this cake. I'd love to call the MD, Anthony Mboro, kindly join us here. I'd love to call the customer head of IB. Very well, very well. And finally, I'd like to call one of the customers, Anne Mburu. You look lovely, Anne. Yes. Lovely, lovely, lovely. And cutlery, a knife. Yes. Let's come to this side and hold the knife together. And right there, do the cake cutting. And I'm hoping that the ladies here, 99% of us that are here, will do some great ululation, even as we celebrate this unveiling of Faida Dada. So let's cut the cake. Let's cut it with some noise, some celebration. Tap, tap, tap. It's I wonder whether there is aloe vera cake. This is sweet cake, so celebrate. Oh, stop, stop, stop. Very, very well. We're moving on very well. And as you look at it, it is sweet. It is not aloe vera cake. The music can go down now. Thank you. Music can go down now. It is sweet cake. It's not aloe vera cake. It is sweet cake. Tell your neighbor it is sweet cake. And it's coming to your tables. It's coming to your tables. We will have it served at the tables. Yes. And the MD looks like he wants to give the chair the cake with a smile. Lovely. Yes, you feel taken care of, right? Very well. That is what you do to women. Very well. Celebrate that. Indeed. You say the smallest. Very well. We celebrate that. We celebrate that. Please applaud them. Give them a hand. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Woo. Lovely. That's a good bite. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. 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 So this will be served at your tables. And as you look at it, I can see your eyes are calling for it. It's coming. So hold on there. It will come to your tables and you will celebrate with this bite. You need a photo. She needs a photo. All right. Yeah. Okay. Great. And even as we wind up on that, we celebrate you, Leah. We celebrate you. You're a woman. We celebrate you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Lovely. And we want to appreciate the panelists. And I will call upon Esther Kangede to do this. Esther Kangede, Beatrice Gade, and Georgette Kiniga. Please step forth. We'd love to do the appreciation of the panelists. They have done a splendid job. They have put in a lot of effort and work into this, and we want to celebrate them. So for the board chair, Mrs. Margaret Karangatha, you're a woman, you're feeding the rest. We know you. This is what women do. They feed and feed and feed others. Yes, now we want to feed you with a gift. Yes, and I will call upon Esther Kangede to do this for you. Yes, is the photographer ready? Yes, very well. This is amazing. Thank you so much, Margaret, for your contribution to this. We appreciate you. We celebrate you. You're a great woman. Thank you very much. I call upon Beatrice Gade to hand over to Joyce Gituro. Lovely. Please celebrate Joyce as she comes forth. Joyce, come forth with a smile. Yes, yes, yes. I love your smile. That's why I keep saying, come with a smile. Come with a smile. Another great woman. Let us celebrate her. Let us celebrate Joyce. Joyce, let us celebrate Joyce. Joyce, Joyce. Amazing. Amazing. I feel like I should repeat the one for the MD. Please come forth, Margaret. Sasa sababu wameenda new territories. Let's go to those new territories as well. Yeah, so Esther Kangede. Yes, very well. And you know what? I think you guys were well prepared. You got a memo, right? You got a memo? Huh? Very, very well. Yeah. Lovely, lovely. Please, let's celebrate them. Lovely, lovely. And the smiles tell it all. We celebrate you, Mrs. Margaret Karangatha. You are a great woman. We celebrate you. Thank you. Thank you very much. And finally, Kristen, habari yako? Nikuruke. Karibu sana. Christian, we celebrate you. Thank you so much for being part of the panel discussion. And I want to invite Georgette Kiniga. Oh, she's already there. Oops. Yeah, this one's again planned. Black and white. Come on now. There was a memo, right? Nice, nice. Let's celebrate them. Let us give them a clap. Thank you very much, Christine. Thank you, Christine. Oh, the smiles tell it all. The smiles tell it all. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, this was a very brief occasion. I want to invite, and I don't want to be wrong here, Francis, Carol Kanyiri, to come and do the vote of thanks. Have we changed? Okay. Lovely. Helen Namisi from LSK will do the vote of thanks. Helen, please invite her with a clap. Orange is a lovely color. Helen, come, come, come. Yes, you're a woman. We celebrate you. Karibu sana, do the vote of thanks. Just go up there. Yes, up. Even lawyers can wear orange. The MD is asking, even lawyers wear orange? You have an explanation to make.
Morning, ladies and friends of ladies. Yes, lawyers can wear other colors other than black. I would ask the ladies in the room who are lawyers to stand so that you can see. Yeah, please stand. Let's show them. We don't just wear black. And we're celebrating ourselves today, so, you know, that shows we didn't go to court today. On behalf of the ladies and the friends of ladies, let's start by thanking Kingdom Bank for having us this morning, right? Thank you very much to the board chair, Mrs. Karangatha. Thank you to the MD. We want to say thank you very much to the panelists. It was a very interesting discussion here, just listening to your stories. Very, very inspiring. And we've learned a lot, I think. Some of the things I have taken away are, the importance of social capital, the importance of working with somebody, a partner, Kingdom Bank, and always remember God in our decisions, because we can't make these decisions alone. Thank you very, very, very much for that. And a lot of the time we forget the people in the background, the ones who helped put this event together, because I'm very sure there was somebody running around calling us, reminding us. I got a call at 8 this morning. Are you coming? So thank you very much to all those people who work in the background. We don't take it for granted that these little bags have something nice inside, that we got lovely cake this morning. So thank you very, very much for that. We want to thank the bank itself for working with us, ladies, for this amazing product that you have for us. We hope that a lot of us will benefit from it. And of course, if we benefit, our families benefit, so the men benefit. Friends of women, they benefit. Yes. And we thank you for the Friends of Women, thank you in advance. We also want to especially say thank you to God, because we would not be here today celebrating this wonderful day for the lawyers not wearing black. So thank you very, very much to God for the blessings he has bestowed upon us and making us the wonderful women that we are, isn't it? See, we are wonderful women. Yes, and the Friends of Women. And with that, I say asante sana, and do have a lovely day. I forgot one person. Sarah. Thank you.
Yeah, most welcome.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. I celebrate you. Very, very well. Yeah, lawyers in orange and purple. Come on. Look at that. She's a woman and a woman in color, right? Yeah, very, very well. We are coming to the end of this, and there's no better way to end it other than with a closing prayer. And I'd like to invite Monica Mohia to say the closing prayer.